Hello everyone, this is Chris, and I gotta say, after spending countless and countless hours of getting nowhere, I think it's time to get ourselves a little bit radical. In between episodes, I've been coming back here over and over again to try and figure out more and more about this stupid old time machine, and I just can't figure it out. I just can't figure out what this thing ticks and how it actually works. Which is where I get myself to the radical part, because if I can't bring something over here to actually help figure out what happened to throw me back into the past season, then I'm going to head in knee deep and actually figure it out myself. I'm going to traverse through time and actually figure out why I was thrown back into the previous season. But if we are going to traverse through time, I think this design we have right here isn't quite going to cut it. If you remember the first time I actually used it, I kind of made an accidental little crater around it. So what we should do is we should totally redesign the time machine in a way that hopefully doesn't explode things anymore. We don't want to leave scars on the timeline. And I've mentioned this before, but I'm taking some pretty heavy inspiration from DJ's little time box he has right here in order to design a smaller and much more efficient time machine for myself. And I guess without further ado, let's hop into a time lapse and get to work on this thing. And here it is, the brand new design for the time machine. Again, I took lots and lots of inspiration from DJ, but I made a few little alterations. First off, I made this wooden antenna. I think that will control the, I guess the power source at the bottom. I think that was the thing that was sort of exploding things around the bottom, so hopefully this will control just a little bit better. And if we take a look on the inside, we can see it's fairly snug in here, not too much space in here, but there's still plenty of room and plenty of stuff to do in here. We have the control panels right here. We have a brewing stand just in case we need it. We have all these other controls down here, and we have this guy right here, which is where we are going to be placing the clock. But speaking of the clock and everything else, you might have noticed that I'm sort of lacking literally everything, all my gear and stuff, and that's because I put all of it inside this one chest right here, because just in case anything bad were to happen, I don't want to have to lose all the stuff I have right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some backup armor, some backup gear, some iron armor right here. We have an iron sword, an iron pickaxe, some food, and some glass bottles, along with a shulker box, just in case I ever need to make any potions. Again, that's why I have the brewing stand. And also, I have the clock right here, which is the very important thing I'm going to need for this mission. And honestly, I think the iron armor is just a precaution just right now while we are testing things out. And yeah, I guess we should just test it out. We should see if it actually works. So let's place in the clock there, and okay, nothing's exploded yet. That's good. Where should we go? Where should we? Okay, before we do anything radical, we should probably just think smaller. We should do something a little bit smaller. So why don't we go back to say the beginning of like a couple weeks ago, like the beginning of an episode or something like that. That way we can get a rough idea as to if it will be working, as well as not throwing us back too incredibly far. So let's pull this back to make sure we are going to the right place, and then all we have to do is, I think, push this button, and then we should be there. And here we go. Oh, that felt a little bit tingly, but okay, we're somewhere else. This is the back of my castle right here. So we've moved, at least we've moved someplace else. But question is, have we moved someplace else in terms of the time we were at? Well, I guess there's really only one way to find out, but I do want to be a little bit sneaky. My past self could be literally anywhere, and I don't want to sneak up on them at any point. And there I am. Right. I remember this. That's where I started the episode where I did all the training before. Oh look, there I go, doing the opening of the episode, just walking down there and heading off to the training over there. And it looks like he is heading off to the same place we went when we started that one episode. And I think that proves it, that this time machine actually does work, which means I feel less needed to wear this iron armor. I feel much more safe in traversing through time. Assuming whatever happened to this one sheep doesn't happen to me too. But yeah, let's go again. Let's actually go back in time to see where and what I can do to actually figure out what happened. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I have no idea where the best place is to go. But you know what? There's only one way to really find out for sure, and that's by actually going to it there. Jeez, that still felt weird. But if I programmed in the correct time, then I should be right at... What the... Where on earth am I? It almost looks like I'm in the middle of nighttime or something like that. Well, I'm sure wherever I am can't be too bad. Wait a minute. What the? Did I transport myself somehow in the middle of space? This is so trippy. I kind of want to go doing some exploring, but there's no exploring to do. Unless, what if I do... Oh, so is it safe to go out? It is. It is safe to come out. But what even is there to explore out here? What? Who said that? If this is the TVA or something like that, I promise I didn't do anything illegal or anything like that.
Oh, there's nothing to fear. All we have out here is me and...
You. Is this a good time to freak out now? Because I'm feeling very freaked out right now. What do you mean freak out? I mean, you're just looking at yourself. Actually, that is a good reason to freak out for. But you're me in the middle of space and doing who knows what. Like, okay, I demand some answers. Who are you? Where are we? And what's even happening right now? So I take it that you find the outer universe to be slightly frightening to you. Is that correct? Is that where we are? The outer universe? What even is that? Think of it like a connection point between all manners of space and time. Okay, but that still doesn't answer the question as to who you even are. To put it simply, I am a viewer of all events that have and will occur in space-time. The reason I look and sound like you is because human brains can't comprehend the scope of this magnificence. So I pretty much take the appearance of whoever comes in contact with me, which also means that I have your speech impediment, which means I say all the uhs and the ums, and that's pretty cool, and hello everyone, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later thing. Okay, enough, that's enough, but that still doesn't explain why I'm here. Like, why am I here and not in, like, the normal flow of time? Well, everything must happen for a reason, and I am that reason. If you go to previous timelines and meet up with yourself or affect current events, then you could, in some way, create an alternate timeline. And that's exactly why I brought you here. To warn you of the consequences of your actions of going through time. And I promise you, whatever good you think you're going to do out of this, it is definitely not worth it. Well, I'm sorry, but I have to do this journey. I have to figure out why I was sent back into the previous season. I have to do this. You have to listen to me when I say that there is literally no talking me out of this. I need to do this. I need to figure out what happened. I knew you were gonna say that, which is exactly why I had this thing prepared in advance. What even is this? Think of that book as time traveling for beginners. It tells you about what happens if you meet up with your past self, it tells you about retrospective potions, it tells you about so many different things to do with time travel. Well, thanks. I don't know what to say, but I guess I better get going. Like, there's plenty of places to be and plenty of, times to be at. Oh, I know the feeling. Farewell. Oh, one more thing. Where do you think I should begin on my search in time? I would recommend going very, very early and starting your way up. Start early. That could literally mean anywhere, but, I guess I at least have plenty of reading to do on my journey. Huh. Everything seems just a little bit off. Maybe it's because I haven't been here in a while. But where could I go to get myself some clues as to what happened? I legit have zero idea as to where I could go to even start looking. But there has to be something somewhere that I could find and... Wait a minute. Hopefully this time I have enough wool for the tent and... Hello? Who are you supposed to be? Oh no, it's my past self. What did it say in chapter 3? If you come in contact with past self, retrospection, whatever potion, okay. I think I could do this. Hello, yes, I am new. I am a new person to this one world, to this one realm, which I've totally never been a part of. Oh, that's cool and all. It's cool that you have the same skin I have on. That's kind of neat. Well, I mean, the party hat does certainly fit my style. But if it's okay, can I ask you a certain something? I mean, I guess so. Perfect. Now, if you had, say, the ability of, I don't know, time travel or something like that, and you were trying to look for a very bad thing in time, where would be the one place you would look at? I mean, probably where it began. I mean, if there's an end point to it, there's probably a beginning point too. An end point to the... You're a genius! I mean, I'm a genius! If I could go back in time to stop all bad things from happening, then the bad thing that happened won't happen! You literally make no sense to me at all. Hey, there's a lot of bad things that's going to happen to us in the real world, so, if there's a way I could stop it, then maybe, again, none of the actual bad things that happen here will happen to me. Are you saying that you're like a future version of me? Ah, crud, where was it? Retrospection potion. Okay, got it. Retro what if potion? Dude, you literally make no sense at all. Okay, so far so good. You never met with a future self of yourself and you are going to build a tent. Yeah, you're going to build a tent. That sounds about right. I think I'll go do that now. There are a lot of bad places I could go to stop the bad things from happening, but I think I know just the place I could go to stop all of them from happening for good. My last video of the year. Guess I better make it count. Hello everyone, this is Chris, and welcome back to this chair. What on earth is that thing? Hello, handsome. Who even are you? I'm you from the distant future, and I came back in time to warn you. Listen to me when I say this, but 2020 is not worth it. 2020 sounds like an awful year. Exactly. That's why I should stay here in the 2010s, where it's safe, comfortable, and peaceful. I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna not take advice from my future self, like... 2010s is where it's at, I mean... Good. Now, if you excuse me, I'll be on my way. Oh, wait, before we go, I want to ask you something. Oh, sure, lay it on me. Is YouTube still a thing I do in the 2020s? Yes, actually. So how's that going for you? Well, my audience has definitely grown from where it was. Oh, that's cool. Is it helping in any way with, I guess in some ways it is. That is really great to hear. But, just one thing. If I know what's going to happen, does that mean that it's not going to happen? Ooh, you might be right. Good thing I brought this with me. I kind of felt like I was a little bit too soppy there, but yeah, my past self is kind of right. You kind of can't have good without bad, even in a horrific time of 2020. I guess, is this trip all for nothing? I don't know. Maybe it's worth just to go home and just to rethink things before I actually go through with anything too further. I'm stuck in this bamboo madness forever. No, please, there has to be some way out. Some way, somewhere, somehow, someone. There must be some way to get me out of here. Huh? My old time machine? What's this doing here? It's so nice to be back in my own time? What? Where am I? What? Who are you? Are you me? Oh boy, here we go again. Yes, I'm you from the very distant future, and I just came back from recording your 2,000 subscriber special. Actually, you know what? The less I say, the better right now. But yeah, you're stuck in this big heap of bamboo and you need help getting yourself out? Of course I can help you out, but first off, I need to do something first. Hey, what are you doing with the... Alright, my past self is fast asleep inside a bed right there, which means I have the fun task of having to actually clean up all this bamboo around the place. And ooh, I forgot the bamboo made noise like that. What if I were to just pretend this doesn't happen? This never happened. So, myself, just ignore this. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna ignore this now. Now that I have more bamboo that I know what to do with, I think it's time to try again and head back home, but I don't know why I was sent here back into this season of Cosmic and not, like, my season. I don't know, maybe I just calibrated it wrong. Maybe there was something I didn't put in right or something like that. Hopefully something like that. Is that actually you?
Actually, I'm just here to laugh at you before you go, so... Anyway, take him away.
No! You can't leave me because I won't leave you! We'll take care of each other. We'll wait here together. Someone will save us, and we aren't leaving here until that happens. Even if we have to wait here until the very end of time. Huh? What the? Wait a minute. Could it be? Is it finally my time? Ah, crud. Where did I end up now? I knew it! It is my time! Oh, take me, please, before I take myself. Well, you're, half right, but I can't remember myself being stranded on an island. My time machine must also be a universe-traveling machine. I am you, but from a different timeline. And I guess since I'm here and you seem to be in need of some help, would you like to come with me to get back to a timeline or a location that doesn't suck? Dude, yes! I've been stuck here for what feels like forever, and I just want to get back to my normal life again. Great! And I guess... I still don't get it. Why am I an alternate me? Like, I thought time couldn't be changed. It's complicated. Sometimes timelines can split off from the prime timeline. There's ways to mainly do it, but it's pretty specific. Are you still sure you'd find a time for me? Look, dude, don't worry about it. We'll find you a timeline in no time. No, not this one. No, and this place stinks. No. Okay, we've been to so many timelines you wanted to go to. Can I finally pick a time that I want to go to now? Look, I'm sure the next one will be the one. Forget this. It shouldn't be too hard to calibrate in a time of my own. What are you doing? Calibrating a time myself because, like, you won't listen to me? Well, newsflash, that's not what you just did. What you did was you just pulled the prime me from a random time and forced me into a It all makes sense now. What makes sense now? Nothing. Listen, if you could trust yourself, then you could trust me. So, what's so special about... Get down! What's the problem exactly? Look.
Move along, sir.
Listen, I was set up. It was the bartender's fault. Anyways, thank you so much for helping me get to a much better place than what I was at. Same here. Here's to hope we can meet again someday. Okay, are we actually home now? No more parallel universes, no more nothing like that, and We're back in the lab! We're back in the lab where we started! Oh, I have never been so happy to see this place in my life! And I finally figured out why I was thrown back into the previous season, like a parallel universe me was just happening to mess around with all the things inside this time machine and just threw myself back. That almost makes too much sense when you consider it's me. Even an alternate version me, it almost makes too much sense. But before we forget, let's grab the clock and let's actually go get our stuff. And I am being very optimistic right now, like everything seems to be the same. It seems as though I got all my tools back and stuff, but who knows? This still could be an alternate world, an alternate universe. It just so happens to look exactly like mine, but so far everything... Okay, we got the wonky town, which looks like it's still there in its very unfinished state. We got the bridge right here, which we have once again yet to finish. And okay, it does look like we are back in our timeline, back in our universe, and yeah, back home. Thank goodness we are back home. It is so nice to be back in a familiar place. Well, I mean, everywhere we went to pretty much was a familiar place, but a currently familiar place. Like I'm happy we're actually back in this current familiar place that I am currently working on. But I think it's best now that we both keep the clock as well as that time travels book pretty safe, just in case we were ever going to need it again. And you know, now that I actually figured out the main thing, the main reason I went back in time, you know, we could go through any time, any space in time to actually make the whole existence sort of a better place. We could theoretically do that. I might have to do that eventually. I might have to do that, but I think for at least a little while, I am going to settle myself back down here and actually get back to work on the world and on the season of Cosmic that I am very, very proud of, and very much so in the work in progress phase. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.